give him a nice early game advantage. But I mean, I'm excited to see what junglers we see from the side of TDR. Are they going to go for an assassin? They just banned that Lolita. My guess is they bring in another marksman, possibly YSS.
Well, if there isn't a YSS, he might be choosing Olive, and I feel like Olive might be a valid choice here. I'm not entirely sure. I do think he is, underrated.
Definitely underrated. I feel like he's starting to get a little more traction. You know, like I've been seeing like Zane play him and some of these other popular streamers play him more, and he's becoming a bit more in the view of people, and people are starting to think he's worth the pick. I think we've seen him once so far in this season of the NASL, and I don't think he won a game, but I'd be excited to see him. I think he'd go great paired up with that Estes.
Oh, yes.
Do they lock it in though? They do. I like the comp. I really do, Xayah.
It's kind of different, especially with the Olive pick, but I'm excited to see where it goes, where it heads in this game.
But back to so maybe the Raph ban was a good ban. Maybe they felt like they knew this mage support as a healer was coming, and then Hylos on the side. So I'm guessing Hylos is going to be EXP or gold lane here.
Right.
Well, EXP lane.
Yeah, EXP lane.
Up against that Paquito. How do you think he does over there?
Paquito against Hylos?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen anyone play in that kind of, like, I guess, comp? I'm kind of unsure. I haven't seen, well, for me personally, I have not seen Hylos on this side. I'm kind of excited to see how it goes.
Definitely excited to see how it goes. Looking at these comps, who do you think won the draft?
Well, I do think that Taste the Rainbow's comp is quite interesting. I just gotta give them props to, I guess, going outside the boundaries a little bit, but I actually do like their comp a lot better over the Valleys.
So give us a little breakdown of these lanes, where we're seeing everyone go. You know, who do you think takes this early game?
Okay, well, with Kag and Eve right now, well, they're both good heroes. I feel like Kag will probably do a lot better. As for bot lane right now, with Estes and both the supports actually at bot lane on gold lane, not entirely sure. We'll probably going to go to the side of Taste the Rainbow. They have more sustain.
Yeah, definitely a little more sustain in this bot lane. And we've been seeing this recently. Like, you know, we haven't seen it in ages, but a 1-2-2 composition. Normally one of the teams will send their support or tank to the gold lane to, like, help out a little bit. Either because they feel like Claude may lose against the Beatrix, and then the other support ends up going to help because you don't want to be 2v1. And it's just becoming this very common thing recently, but this might be a first blood on a basic. They do get it. It's going to side FK. First blood going to Taste the Rainbow, Xayah.
And that's what's great about Beatrix. I feel like she has really good early game damage, and that paired with Estes heal, definitely good sustain.
Yeah, definitely good sustain. It might be a major problem for them. At this point, if they can't win the 2v2, do they just, like, leave Claude alone and send that Matilda up to help with ganks on the CXP lane and things of that sort?
I don't know. It looks like Matilda will have to babysit Claude for a bit, as he's not off to a good start.
Yeah, definitely not off to a good start. Turtle is up in 6 seconds though, and I'm wondering if these supports are gonna rotate up. Ling has a decent position on it along Kagura. He's a little low on health, but here comes Oh My Foe, and I think we might have a little bit of a first clash here on the Turtle lane, Xayah.
They're positioning, both the supports actually move from bot to mid to towards the Turtle to position right for Turtle. So we're gonna see a clash. We'll see who wins this one.
Yeah, Yuzi coming in. Real world manipulation does go up, and Yuzi is potting it. Wapo does secure the Turtle though, but Yuzi is forced to just run away with a sliver of health. They want to chase down. Side AFK does some big burst damage and takes out Arvel. So it's a 1-for-0 trade, but the Turtle does go to the Valley. Do you think it's a fair trade?
Fair trade, but then you also have Claude at bot lane free farming, so that might help him get a little ahead in gold, because he is a little bit behind.
Yeah, he definitely does. And I mean, being able to take down, what, 3/4 of that gold plating is a pretty big deal this early on in the game, Xayah.
Right, right.
At this point, we're 3 minutes in. Gold is still even, probably because this Claude gets to get some plating. They do get the turtle. So even though Taste the Rainbow has this 2-0 lead, the Valley's able to keep up with this gold lead, and here might be a gank. Arvel and GOSU Eugen coming in. He's not able to land the umbrella though. Luckily, Oh My Foe's able to slow them down with that ultimate, and it's just going to be a null fight, nothing major here, Xayah.
Well, they did take down more than half of that turn, and it hasn't even been 4 minutes yet, so that's good progress so far.
Yeah, definitely good progress. Definitely being objective based on the side of TDR.
Right. I mean, Hylos is doing a pretty good job, like, I guess soloing his lane, and then Beatrix...
Big kill on the bottom. Beatrix is just murdering this this Claude right now. I mean, it's rough. I'm thinking after this, we may just end up seeing the Beatrix banned.
Maybe. I mean, it's well-deserved. Beatrix is already 3-0, and literally, the kills all on Taste the Rainbow's team is all going to Beatrix.
Yeah, 3-0. She's going to be doing some big damage, but in comes this Tempest of Blades right onto that Beatrix, and Arvel's able to get the kill. It would have been a little better in Guapo's hand, but still, it's a nice pick. Bring the Valley back into this game. Turtle is up, and all 5 members of the Valley are here up against 4 members of Taste the Rainbow. Just solo trying to come in. He does get the stun onto Arvel, getting that second skill, DPS, but up comes real world manipulation as GOSU Eugen takes out Oh My Foe. Guapo caught in the middle of it. Can he get away? He does get taken out by Pretty Queen Mochi, and Basics able to take out that Estes. It's a 2-for-1 trade to the side of the Valley, and it looks like the Valley wants to keep on pushing as Pretty Queen Mochi is forced to go back to base, Xayah.
I think that was their opportunity to slightly come back from that 3-0 loss, or I guess the lead. Now the score is 4-3. Well, we're seeing that the Valley is slowly catching up. I feel like this will be a pretty tough game.
Yeah, I think we may end up just going the long haul here. And the interesting thing about the Valley right now is they were behind, right? They're down a tower right now, but they're still up in gold. They're keeping that farm up. Oh My Foe gets this turtle uncontested, but still behind in gold as Uzi takes the tier 3 tower in the XP lane, Xayah. So at this point, do you think that do you feel like the game is in the hands of the Valley currently? They are, I mean, towers are even, they're keeping this lead, and even though they were behind, they're able to kind of keep this gold lead. Do you think that they're winning this game?
If they keep this momentum, Beatrix is going down right there. I do think that well, it's too soon for me to say, but I feel like the Valley might win this round. I don't know, it's just too early for me to say, but that's my bet right now.
I definitely feel like Taste the Rainbow has a little bit of an endgame opportunity having that Estes here, you know?
Right.
And normally, but wait a second, big engage, Tempest of Blades coming down on Pretty Queen Mochi, and Princess Candy Corn does go down. Yuzi takes a couple tower shots. He gets slowed down by Mochi, but is able to get away. But it's still a nice pick for the Valley under that tower. I feel like Taste the Rainbow needs to stop getting picked off here, and it's hard to not get picked off when you have this Ling just jumping around the map the way he is.
Well, if the Valley does keep up this momentum, I do think that they might take the win here.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to skyrocket. They've turned that even gold into a 1.5k lead, and they are pushing in. I mean, look at Yuzi just cutting this lane, quick to rotate over to mid now. Definitely starting to put Taste the Rainbow in a bit of a tight situation, Xayah.
And I see that. Will they have a fight near mid? I'm not sure. We'll see.
Possible fight near mid, just solo, maybe a little bit overextended there, but he is going to start getting a bit tankier, not taking that damage. Honestly, I felt like he was winning early on against that Paquito in the XP lane.
Right. Well, not winning, but he was, I think, maintaining his lane.
Yeah. Most definitely. I mean, most people don't against Paquito, right?
Right. But the thing is, like, I feel like Hylos... Well, it depends on, I guess, the build of the Hylos, but I'm assuming that's just going to be a standard tank build. I feel like you can't win a 1v1 against a Paquito on Hylos. I feel like Hylos is too team dependent. So definitely, if we're talking about oh, well, they're about to get turtle.
Big fight. Guapo does get the turtle, though. Tempest of Blades pops off. Insider AFK is in a bit of a bad position. He's forced to flicker out. The SC's ultimate is up, but in comes Basic with that ultimate, and he's cleaning things up. Just Solo does get Yuzi, though, in the back lane. A little bit of a trade of kills. It's a 2-for-1 going to the side of the Valley right now, as Just Solo and Candy Corn go down. The Valley are going to take this tier 3 tower quick to rotate and take as much material as possible whenever they get the advantage in a fight.
Right. So I was saying earlier, in a 1v1 against Paquito and Hylos, I feel like Hylos is too team dependent. So I do think Paquito will win his lane, but it looks like... I mean that was a good team fight, because they're already pushing mid lane. They're also maintaining that gold lead on the Valley side, so we'll see.
Where do you... I mean, at this point... To me, it feels like the problem with the Taste the Rainbow comp is you have this jungler who has to move forward. Yes, he gets the speed. He gets the speed boost from one of his skills, but they're getting picked off in that back line. Guapo's able to come in and take out these squish, take out either Estes, take out Yve, take out someone like that, and they're not able to keep up with the variety and movement in these team fights that the Valley is bringing.
Right, they do have a lot of mobility. Claude, even basically all of them. They have a lot of mobility, so it's easy for them to catch the back line. Not only that, Ollis, as you were saying earlier, Ollis is a very late game hero. I think, will they get to late game? I don't know, but the Valley is pretty dominating the map right now. They're controlling the map.
Yeah, just, I mean, all over the place. And I think the only opportunity for Taste the Rainbow right now, like you just said, is that late game. They have this Estes, they got Beatrix, they got Yve, you know, they have this Hylos who's going to be nice and tanky, able to absorb damage. And then if they can get this Alos paired up with this Estes and get them both nice and scaled, they may have a chance. I think the Valley knows this and they want to try to clean this up quick. As we're saying this, they're able to get a kill onto Just Solo. I think that Hylos just biting off a little more than he can chew in some of these team fights.
Hylos?
Yeah, just going a little too deep and thinking he can like take it all, and every time he's paying for it.
Right, and I agree with that.
So at this point, the Valley's starting to come in on some of these towers. It looks like TDR may be losing another one, able to just clear this wave. I mean, what can Taste the Rainbow really do to stay in this game? But just wait a second. Another kill going on to Mochi. Oh, my foe also goes down. Basic, though, taken out by Cider AFK. I feel like this Beatrix is honestly the only person really carrying this game, and it may come down to her hands if Taste the Rainbow can possibly win this.
Well, then again, Taste the Rainbow, the jungler on Taste the Rainbow, Ollis is a late game hero, so we're going to have to wait to see if they're able to get to late game so that we can see Ollis's full potential.
See him in action. See if they can get to that 15, 16, 17 minute mark. They're not too far behind in gold, so I mean, the opportunity is still there.
Right.
Lord is up. Valley, I'm guessing, waiting for this 12 minutes so they can get the enhanced Lord. They have a nice position on it. Do you predict that Taste the Rainbow even tries to contest it?
Not entirely sure, but I feel like if they do, they're going to get picked off. But right now, the Valley has a better control of the map, so I feel like they'll probably go uncontested, actually. We'll see.
It looks like it is. I mean, I don't think that... maybe if they get a nice Eve positioning, but Hylos was up. I mean, like you said earlier, the macro of controlling some of these lanes and controlling the map from the Valley is just forcing Taste the Rainbow. Like, this Hylos has to keep going up to the XP lane to clear these waves. They're not really able to take them in a full 5v5. In comes Guapo, though. Real world manipulation does go up. Yuzi gets caught off. Oh, my foe coming in, though. Can this be the turnaround? Basic gets a kill on Cider AFK, though. And in comes Tempest of Blades, followed along with the ult from Basic, and 4 members go down in a matter of seconds, and a Lord is crashing down Exia.
Well, you did say that. Will this be the turnaround? And it looks like it did. I'm just hoping that we do get late games because I do want to see Ollis's fullest potential, but I think this will be ending pretty soon.
Yeah, they might take this game right here, right now. Down goes the inhibitor in just a few seconds. No one's there to protect it. Pretty Queen Mochi and Candy Corn all on their loadsome. In comes Tempest of Blades, and they are quickly deleted. The Nexus goes down, and this is game 1 for the Valley.
That was a well-deserved win. It's kind of interesting because we did see 3-0 on Beatrix early game, and she took the first tower under 4 minutes. So to see that,
Yeah, what happened?
they had that lead.
Such a nice lead. Like, where did they fall apart there?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Do you think it might be because
I think the
Like
Alice either. So I think they started losing. I think the Guapo as the Ling was able to just start out rotating a little bit, catching some of the.
right.
They really pushed in that top lane, and I feel like Estes was kind of really hugging on to that Beatrix.
Right.
So Alos really wasn't able to get the picks, and maybe just Alos wasn't a great. Overall just wasn't the best pick here. He was never able to lock down Guapo, the Ling. He was never able to lock down Basic, the Claude. So he wasn't ever able to really get any picks onto the squishies of the side of the Valley, and they were just able to pretty much free roam and clean up matches.
Right. They don't have that much mobility in comparison to their jungler Ling. But then again, I'm kind of surprised that you think that Alice might be the bad pick here, but we were talking about how Hylos and both Hylos and Estes was a surprising pick. So do you think we could have done one without the other in this match instead?
Definitely possible. I think something needed between that Hylos, the Estes, I think those 4, like there was just the only real CC they had was the stun from Hylos, and then they had some area control with the Estes second skill and the Yves second skill. But so you lack mobility, you lack CC, and I get that. I see the comp that they were going with. It looks good on paper, but I don't think it was enough to deal with the Valley.